We're on the road to Santiago. We're on the road to find ourselves.
Good morning, class. Checking in. We are in the woods, but not really in the woods, because right over here is CW Theaters. And tonight, at one time only, 7 o'clock, for one night only, we're going to be seeing The Way on the big screen. Of course, I can't take you in there. That would be illegal, but pretty exciting. I like to sit here and watch the sunrise. The parking lot is a strange place to sit, and they have these trees popping around, and I like to think about these trees because they do not belong in a parking lot. They belong in a forest, and yet here they are, and they thrive. This is one of the trees I like to sit underneath and meditate on my walk in the morning. So I went to see The Way last night on the big screen. Nothing much I can tell you about the movie that you probably don't know if you've watched this channel enough. The interesting thing is I haven't put up any videos in a while. I'm working on this short film. I'm going to try and get it submitted to the Melbourne Independent Film Festival here in Melbourne, Florida, where I live. So I went to see The Way. It was interesting because we had a really good crowd for this film. And they had an introduction with Martin Sheen and Rick Steves, and then at the end there was a conversation with Martin Sheen, Rick Steves, and Emilio Estevez, watching it with a group of people who were interacting and reacting with the film. And it was clear from some of the comments you heard that some of these people had walked the Camino. I didn't know there were these people here in this area. And Emilio said something interesting in the interview at the end, how it affects him to have made a film that has inspired thousands of people to get off the couch and go over to Spain and just to travel. Whatever the case, it's a nice little early birthday present. It was only there for one night. My birthday is next Monday. I turn 60 years old, and that brings up a lot of thoughts. And I don't have much more to add. I'll show you a little clip because, I'm working on this video, this film. I thought maybe I'd show you a little clip of it. This clip I'm going to show you is an introduction to my father. As you all know, I walked the Camino, was inspired by my father. I saw The Way 3 days after we buried him. Here's about 60 seconds of my relationship with my dad. My dad was a rugged sportsman, a man's man who liked to hunt and fish and camp. Me, not so much. My dad loved the outdoors. I was quite the opposite. But that was okay because Dad had other sons who took after his heart. 2 strapping boys who liked to go outside and shoot things. And then there was me. At times it felt like the family had achieved perfect balance, and then I came along. I was loud and defiant, and I didn't feel like I was a part of anything. So when I turned 17, I rebelled. I spent the next 13 years abusing myself. It was my way of punishing Dad for being everything that I could never be. It wasn't pretty, but I did hit bottom. One afternoon during the worst hangover of my life, I stumbled into this movie called Field of Dreams. It's about a farmer who hears a voice in his cornfield that convinces him to plow over his crop and build a baseball diamond. At the end of the movie, the farmer reconnects with the ghost of his dead father. I knew this movie was my voice in the cornfield. I had to fix what was broken with my father. So I reached out for help. The hand of my father was there. I got clean and I got sober. And for the next 2 decades, I became a son to my dad, which is why I chose to walk the Camino de Santiago. So maybe you have questions like, what the hell is this Camino thing?